First came shock, then came anger. The mood in Haiti is turning as the injured and homeless run out of patience for help to arrive. The security situation is already deteriorating, with outbreaks of looting reportedly widespread. And the country's interior minister is quoted as saying that as many as 200,000 people may have died in the country's massive earthquake. From the capital, Port-au-Prince, North America correspondent Craig McMurtry leads tonight's coverage and warning that some of the images are distressing.
American helicopters are overhead, bringing Marines. The question for many here is when. Because in places it's already chaos. Some aid is being handed out, but this UN delivery was mobbed and there was fighting. Aid workers can barely cope.
They need water, they need this, they need that. Nobody's not helping, so they're trying to fend for themselves.
They're calling out for help any way they can. And from the air, more gruesome evidence of the death toll. Under the baking heat and sun, the dead now can't be safely approached, let alone moved. This used to be the National Cathedral, one of the proudest, largest buildings here in the Haitian capital. It's been ripped apart. There's rubble everywhere. As I stand here, the stench of death is clearly apparent. The street we've just come down, there are still bodies lying on the road. They've been covered, but the smell is just impossible. Out of the rubble, a lament for a city on its knees. Nearby, the hungry make do with boiled nuts. The broken and buckled streets are clogged. There's less searching now in the pulverised ruins, though there are still stories of survival. This little boy saved after being buried for 2 days. This woman was rescued after her hotel collapsed around her.
We didn't think we were going to make it. So, because people came on Tuesday and said we'll be right back, and nobody came back.
It's Friday here at Port-au-Prince. The earthquake happened on Tuesday. Here there's a giant camp. People have been camping out here for days outside of the presidential palace. They're camped in tents on blankets. There are children. People are just sitting around. It's astonishing, really, that after all the activity we saw last night at Port-au-Prince Airport with cargo planes bringing pallets and pallets of aid, soldiers, UN workers, etc., so far wandering around on the streets, there's just no sign of them. The airport is still buzzing with aid supplies coming in, but the increasingly angry locals can't see it coming out.
Who is here to help us already? We can't do nothing.
And the US military is preparing for the possibility of riots.
We expect that as a worst-case scenario. We're prepared to handle that.
Hotel courtyards are now triage centres, but there's a limit to what can be done. And there's no rest for the coffin makers, as the smell of death lingers over Port-au-Prince.